golden wildfire.
Uh-oh.
2 kings.
I think that means Dimitri.
The Federation army moves through Fraldarius like lightning. It will not be long until they march on the capital city of Ferdiad. However, it is unclear how the Federation forces will be able to capture Ferdiad, let alone seize control of the entire kingdom.
Yeah.
What is the true purpose of their invasion?
That's actually a good point. Even if they capture the capital, I mean, they can easily recapture it. Why didn't I think of that?
Arval?
Wait, another choice?
Perhaps you've forgotten by now, but think back to the battle at ALL.
What you trying to say?
Amidst that blazing battlefield was a man named Myson assisting Fleisch.
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
And it's interesting to hear you say Fleisch's name. Yes, and Agarthan.
Yeah, now that you mention it. It had totally slipped my mind, what with all the excitement of Gerald's company joining us.
Facts. But I did remember he said there was something he was trying to do.
I have to say, your companions don't seem particularly concerned about the true nature of your powers.
Blake does.
But have you yourself forgotten as well? About Tomas and what you witnessed at the monastery 3 years ago?
Huh. Guess I did. Yeah. I think I see what you're getting at, though. Tomas and Myson had similar powers, and they were probably working together. Which means, maybe and maybe your power.
Why did he speak on that now, though?
Is everyone here? There's something I'd like to discuss with you all.
Okay.
Ferdiad is already in our sights. What exactly is there for us to talk about now?
I mean, battle strategies for one, but I imagine he has something else in mind.
Don't tell me you're calling off the attack.
No, of course not. And this is actually something I've been mulling over for a while now. Let's say we win the next battle and manage to get the kingdom to surrender. What's next for Fodlan?
That's a good question, for many reasons. Well, actually, you know what? Even if they take the kingdom capital, Edelgard's forces are attacking on the other front, so in theory, they can get the kingdom to surrender, but
We don't have the power to rule the kingdom, nor any interest in doing so.
I imagine we'd work out some sort of joint governance plan with the Empire, then negotiate the rest from there.
Hulse, I don't see that happening.
Although, given the difference in power between us and the Empire, most of the kingdom's territory would likely go to them.
And in short, we're right back where we started.
Exactly. And what would Edelgard's next project be? Lester.
Yep.
Making us a vassal of the Empire.
So why'd you do this, Claude? Like I said, if you just stood back, there was no even guarantee that Edelgard was gonna win. You made the only... I mean, you might have gotten Dimitri's help if you hadn't started attacking first off. But then again, it's like you're betraying the Empire. The contract you said, that's the... Let's see. Maybe Claude has thought of something that I didn't.
The Empire takes control of us, and Fodlan's one big happy family again. I don't think that would come as a shock to anyone.
So, what are we gonna do about it?
We yank out the root of this conflict ourselves. We'll bring the war to an end on our own terms.
You mean find Rhea first? Do we have info on her location?
And by root, I assume you are referring to the Central Church?
I am. They're the one and only reason we're cooperating with the Empire, right?
That is true. That is true. If we have officially taken them out, then it's not that the contract's null and void, but we will have officially completed it.
The Church wields their authority like some sort of righteous cudgel. The problem is, said authority was never theirs to begin with. They need to be stopped.
Though I still say Edelgard herself could have... On that, I will say this. Something in Edelgard's route might exist to make me change how I feel about that particular detail. That's all I'll say. I think that's the best way to put it. I'm saying, once again, even though I just played 3 years of 3 houses, Edelgard might have done something that I wanted her to do, and if she's done that, then that will confirm or deny my suspicions. the game creators easily could have done it. So that's what I'll say on that. But
That's the Empire's entire moral argument for this war.
I will speak on that particular detail. Yes, it is, which is why I say this game is really in the benefit of Edelgard herself, because all the other routes don't have Rhea post time skip. And I think it shows the transition that the game developers thought about the war, because what I was so a lot is, again, especially with the Golden Deer, I was like, Rhea's gone. How are so many people up for continuing the war after that initial argument has been made? But when I got to Edelgard's route, the Black Eagles themselves saw Rhea transform, and then, you know, it was kind of, that issue was never addressed, I feel. And even in this game, it's still not addressed. So I'm just saying, yes, that's the best course for ending the war, at least for the people's sake, because then you can say, all right, then that leaves Edelgard the duties of continuing or convincing the people to continue the war. Though she has the Agarth, I don't know if she has the Agarthans. There's so much I don't know about the state of the Empire right now, but either way, just saying, that's probably the best way.
If they were to continue fighting after the church is eliminated, it would be nothing more than blatant aggression.
But is it even possible to destroy the Central Church without conquering Fargus?
I don't know. I mean, all you really need is Rhea. If Rhea's gone, that, I think everything else collapses.
That's why we're going straight for the capital. Dimitri's going to answer that question for us.
So we're not gonna take him out.
Interesting. And what will he decide,
I mean, my hope is that he just severs ties.
So we're basically forcing him to sever ties with the Central Church.
Ah, I see you do not need me to explain this one.
But I don't know if he will. Dimitri might just decide to keep fighting regardless.
Exactly.
But actually, you know what? Okay, if that's been Claude's mentality from the start of this, because like I said, the only way Claude can really change things around, the small possibility that would make me okay with his actions, is if he somehow convinced Dimitri to join us. Because then, once again, Edelgard's reason for... Actually, yeah, that's basically what I was saying when Claude first did that action. Well, if I know Claude at all, I'll just say I don't... I'm hoping it's not as surface level as it appears to be. That would be him. But the 2 of the 3 options I can think of would just make him look worse. The only option I can possibly think of I'll make him look better is trying to get some way to talk to Dimitri and try to convince him that Rey is not the best for him. Of course, do I think that'll work? Probably not, but I at least would like to see him try. It's slightly more roundabout because I actually don't know if they have like crows or stuff where you can just, you know, send a message to Dimitri. I doubt it because, you know, Fleisch killing the messenger and the Blue Lion route was a big thing, and therefore Dimitri didn't even know Claude wanted to team up with him. So either way, okay, that truly would be, I think, ending the war in the quickest way possible. Okay, Claude. Okay. So that was the plan. Good. Still, maybe would have changed a couple things, but I can be okay with that.
But the King of Fargus made a commitment to the Central Church when he granted them sanctuary.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Decisions of that nature are not so lightly reversed.
Of that, I have no doubt. But if he refuses, this senseless war will only continue.
And that's why we had to invade, because only by Dimitri having a visible and present threat to his people, it's like, okay, the Central Church did help you out, but what will be best for you? And then, once again, at that point, then it becomes a war of ideals. Because it's like, does Dimitri wish for his people to stand and fight regardless? Or will he see where we're coming from and... Well, even if he doesn't see where we're coming from, will he just prioritize his people? Honestly, before we get to that decision, I don't think I can blame him either way. Some people might think that they'll criticize Dimitri if he continues the war, but Fargus is different. Fargus is different, and I can't... Edelgard even said it herself, that you can't look down on people's beliefs or...
It would be disrespectful to consider them simply victims when they died for what they believed in.
Something like that. I might have played the clip. Maybe. But yeah, I can't... I mean, I would wish for him to choose something different, but in his current position, I think both choices are hard.
The kingdom's lands will be ravaged, its people hurt or killed. I know Dimitri doesn't want that, and neither do we.
Ending this war with as few sacrifices as possible is something we should all be able to agree on.
Yeah.
And if you do the math and weigh which option involves the fewest casualties, the answer is quite obvious.
If casualties is his concern.
I see your point. It does sound like it would be worth trying to convince him.
But would they do something so dishonorable?
Yeah.
Fargus places a high value on chivalry, after all.
That's the point.
I don't know. But it's not going to matter unless we can actually get in a position to ask.
Hilda's right. We'll have to deal with this after the next battle, and that's assuming we can defeat Dimitri and his army. As always, I'm counting on you all to get us there.
Okay. And wow, we are no Lester in this. We are completely in Fargus. Okay, suddenly I'm feeling a lot better about this route. Claude's still Claude. Okay, like I thought. I said, if he's still Claude, he has to have something up his sleeve. Wait. Slightly increase the chance of raising units. Magic when leveling up, dexterity, or
Here's what I
speed.
had in mind.
Honestly, speed is good for everyone, I think. And like...
How about
I think we've seen Lysithea needs no extra magic. But
Here's what I
everyone
had in
can
mind.
use speed because it involves combat arts. Dexterity would be cool, but I'm a speed
I've got
guy.
this under control.
I grew up with Sonic,
One step
alright?
at a time.
Which that will be coming to the channel somehow. Okay. Let me take a look at this map first before we talk to everybody else. Another special. And Anna, yeah. Oh! Okay, daggum crew fight! There's another map he's gonna miss out on. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, anyways. So what's the one unit? I know who I'm choosing. It's already done. Actually, there's 3 units. Any one of my sword / magic users. Either Grape, Lysithea, or Blake. Where? Yep. We good. Okay. So let's go back then. What level actually do we need to be? To render the residents of... Wait, Dash and Wolves are together again to render aid to the residents of... And then there's Mockingbird, Thieves, and Nouvelle. Also, we don't get Happy's Battalion yet. There's probably another... Yeah, there's probably another area for her. It actually would be interesting if Happy went with Marianne. But I'm banking on Lysithea. Crossing the ocean in Norman's boat will be a novel experience for you. Yeah. Oop. Oh, hold my tongue as long as... Yeah, we're feeding grape. Or I am being fed by the Alliance. I guess you should take the point of view. Which, well, anyways.
I need you for a sec.
Really get all that complicated strategy stuff, but I think we're fighting for a good cause. We're just trying to end this war quickly so people don't have to die anymore. Yeah.
All jumbled up.
I probably should have just cut it short. Sorry about that, Raph. Petra. Oh yeah. That makes complete sense. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Coal's in their blood.
That has much difficulty.
Whoa. I should have just said they got used to it. I was trying to... Oh, it doesn't matter, alright? I said what I said. There are no risky choices anymore. Subject unassailable defense fortresses. One can hardly forget Fulton's Locket and Leicester. Aryan Road was what we were just at.
Huh? Makes sense.
Fort Merceus and Leicester? Walls encircle not only the palace, but the entire city as well. And they have an exorbitant amount of forts. I am forgetting what Fort Merceus was. What the heck? Why is my mind blanking? That gum still? Think you were sick last time. Almiran soldier? The spoils go to whoever snatches them first? Yeah, nah. Yeah, you gotta follow our rules, alright? And your prince's rules too, alright?
So it's you. Hoy there.
I expected the Empire to be doing better on the Western front. The Emperor planned to cut through the Western lords, but the kingdoms have been prepared. Kingdom's been prepared to defend against any betrayals. So the only recourse has been to use brute force, but they've yet to gain any decisive victories. Yeah, I was about to say, Holst, according to the plan, we have to be there before Edelgard. I'm wondering about that scene again, which I wonder if I left that in. Probably did. But anyways.
I was thinking.
He seemed like he was. He's pretty strong. Yeah, I thought you liked that.
Let's do this.
He would. Mel. Yeah, I'm banking on Dimitri. I gotta bank on Dimitri. You saw what he did?
Greetings.
Yeah, that's true. They also had Spring. The Western Church. Really? Oh, that would suck. But if we can talk to Dimitri before we have to fight any of the other...
Let's see.
Yeah. It will be. I understand, Lysithea, but you're needed. You're needed. That strength you have is unreal. Marianne?
Well?
A world where everyone can be themselves, what does it mean to be myself? Yeah, it's... I don't know what grape would be, but I know what I would be, but I'm not at war, you know?
Let me see.
And that would be nice to see how you all grow once again. Yuri?
Hey.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, wait. I don't know what to say. Either one.
Nuh-uh. Really?
Yeah. Please tell me. Yuri mentioned Ash specifically. That's the last support I want. Oh, should I go to Ash? Yeah, let's go to Ash. What are your supports? Raph. Okay, I can see that. Yes, okay, game. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, cool. Yuri and Ash. I don't know why that wasn't always the case. Wait a minute. And no Shamir. Ash was the only other guy I could think of that did have a support with Happy and Petra, but not one with Shamir. So yeah, Claude remains the only guy. All right, Nadir.
All right, so.
Yeah. Wait. The king. Excuse me. So that's how he got to know his mother, or Claude's mother. Yeah, those should be some great stories. Don't set up some death flags, Nadir. Jets? Wait a minute. That same... Wait, no, Gets was... Huh. Do you have a brother? Oh, man. Gets was his bro. Well, that's... Dadgummit all. Yeah, that is true. I'm gonna let you vent.
Oh.
Has he lost his mind? Well, I think that's a risky plan, Lawrence, because he told you all. There's actually an interesting thing. I think his army would have been more motivated if they knew the truth. He actually told them something that would made it harder for him to be trusted. But at the same time, that is he didn't lie to them either. His intentions were what they were. He just, again, not telling the full truth. And that is that once they got to Dimitri, which none of them even wanted to take out Dimitri, that they would try to get the end in the other, or find out the location of the Central Church. The main problem, I think, with that is if any spies got wind of that plan early on, then things would have been troubled. Who's to say that they couldn't have warned Rhea? And they still can now, but the timetable is a lot shorter.
Could you?
Information you received. What?
Huh?
Yeah. You've been out? Dadgummit, Bernie. Alright. He wouldn't stand for it. Well, yeah, I suppose so. Okay, yeah, Claude is still himself. He's still himself. Alright, as long as that's the case. I understand we were in some precarious situations, but man, did he come up with all that? Daggum, Claude. I wonder what I would have done. Because again, I was pushing him to do, like I keep saying it, you know, he's not doing it in the way I expected, but everything I've been saying, Claude continues to do.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. It'll be a tough fight. I could have acted tough. I mean, I'm not scared. I'm pretty sure we got this, but... Speaking of, Shamir?
Got a minute?
Camilla sounds familiar. Is that where... It's south of Ferdiad. That sounds familiar. There's two things I'm thinking of, but anyways. Oh. I mean, I would think.
Don't think so.
A lot tougher than she looks. Don't tell me you think Rhea's gonna be there.
Let's see. That's concerning.
I doubt we'll see Lady Rhea and Sedith in the battle. The kingdom wouldn't allow them on the front lines. Well, yeah, we already had to take out Catherine.
Greetings, friend.
Gatekeeper.
Nothing to report.
Knee deep in enemy territory now. They could attack us at any time. Well, yeah, we are. Watch the gate, Gatekeeper. Gerald. Oh.
Huh?
Whoa.
Gerald, what the heck? We should leave. Why does he want to? I mean, I know he was from the kingdom originally. Yeah, that makes sense. Only way, safe way to travel is to follow an army. Bandits running wild and hiring mercenaries to protect us would negate all our profits. Yeah, I hear that. Happy? Uh-oh. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
It's you.
Finally heading to Ferdiad. Never thought I'd see it with my own eyes. Yeah. We gotta be careful, Ignatz. They're gonna have all the heavy hitters.
Hey!
Yo. They're trying to build this up like Rhea's. See, that's what I was thinking, like. But again, the Agarthans did set stuff up for Edelgard a long time ago. So, just wish I had known that, you know, early on in the game.
Actually,
Rebellion in the capital about 2 years ago, but this might be the first time it's attacked by foes from the outside. Whenever straying armies have attempted to raid the kingdom, House Gautier and House Fraudarius have always fended them off. Yeah. That we are. Oh. Oh, hey, man. I've followed every order since I surrendered and became a member of the Federation Army. I'll never be able to face His Majesty or my friends again, but I can't choose death.
Huh?
Oh, really? Well, at least he gave you the okay, Ash. I know. It sucks, but I'd rather you be alive than... We don't want to kill everybody. Even on this route. But... Really, that's... Funny you mention your fingers. I would think of many other things before that, because you're wearing gloves. We're doing what we can. Judith? Yeah, like I said, I think you're a stand-in mom. Judith, don't you dare. That would be good. But I don't need death flags, alright? You're not, I can't. Well, anyways. Constantine? Finally? What do you mean?
Huh?
Certainly your intention. You'll thank me not to split hair? Nah. I have to. Okay, 2 more left. Blake?
Actually.
Oh, really? Oh, right, because we need your sword! Huh. Sorry if you're hearing background noise, but
Let's see.
Yeah. Huh. You have a lot to learn. You, who originally was like pretty much almost in charge of this entire thing. You. That's funny, man. You let the golden deer to freedom. If anything, I have something to learn. But anyways. Claude.
Hey there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be realistic. Yep.
Oh boy. Let's see.
I think it's at least a good attempt.
I'm counting on you.
But I've already been here, Claude. Even when we did have, you know, the high ground, so to speak, it didn't matter. Like, Dimitri, you want to team up with us? You guys gotta die. Edelgard, what about you? Oh, I was always planning to conquer you anyways. Well, we don't have Rhea. Yeah, Rhea's been gone for 5 years. Doesn't matter. We have 3 houses to look for a guide. Well, on that note, oh, the Woad Petra's sword. Oh, I'm definitely gonna go get that. I was thinking about which are on where I wanted to go first, but I'm gonna go get Petra's sword, and I'm gonna use her to do it.
I'm ready to be battling.
And good, she's effective. Oh man, I guess I can take Shamir out for a spin with this new class. And I completely... He's blocking like no tomorrow. I just heard someone say grovel like Fleisch did. At least I thought it was Fleisch. Oh shoot, that just spawned on top of me. And it needs swords. We can do that.
I didn't.
That would be great if I had Happy right now.
Still a long way to go.
Well, nice, Leonie leveled up, and I forgot she actually has light.
Easy.
Should have used that. And while we're here, let's see what this looks like. Oh! Okay, yeah, that's strong. But that didn't take you out? There we go.
Looks like they finally
Whoa!
to quit.
What was that? And there we go. Petra's weapon has been reacquired.
This'll make things easier.
Witness Brigid Pride.
And perfect. The MVP. Who also just got Shadow Blade to level 3.
I'll master this.
Alright, let's see what we got.
Your Majesty, the Federation army has reached the eastern outskirts of Ferdiad.
So Annette joins us as well.
Already? They moved more swiftly than I anticipated. Clearly the snows of Fargus are not a reliable ally.
Oh, that's true. The snow you would think would hamper their progress. But they can fly, so... Well, we have flying units.
I was sure this attack would come at the same time as an offensive from the Imperial Army.
That also makes sense for them to think that.
But from all I've seen at our Western Front, that doesn't seem to be the case at all.
So the Federation army is trying to conquer our capital by themselves? They must think our military is totally incompetent.
You know, normally that would seem the case, but remember, this is Claw you're dealing with.
Well, it is true that the majority of our forces have been divided between the Western Front and the peacekeeping operations in the north. A situation most likely engineered by Claude himself.
Regardless, It is preposterous to think that an army of that size could capture every castle in Fargus.
Yeah.
Even if they were to defeat us now, their victory would only win them the capital for a brief period of time.
True enough. The lords of Fargus would converge upon them and retake Ferdiad with ease.
And then have Claude.
Then that must be part of their plan. If they do not intend to hold the capital, there must be something else they seek to gain. Something that concerns the Central Church, perhaps.
That sounds about right. Maybe they're trying to curry favor with Edelgard by destroying the church before the Imperial Army does.
Though that'd be quite risky. Do they know Claude is here?
Assuming that's true, it would suggest we could avoid a battle entirely if we turned our backs on the church.
Uh-oh, Rodriguez already introducing that idea.
But doing so would divide Fargus and lead to even more bloodshed.
Oh.
Is that not the conclusion we reached when this all began?
Oh, that's why Dimitri doesn't do it.
It was. And that's why we're still in this war today.
I understand what you mean. If our involvement needlessly spills even more blood, then our calculations were gravely mistaken.
Huh.
However, the church has saved a great many people. People with no place to go, no home to call their own.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, Dimitri has, even now hearing his argument, I really can't blame him for whatever choice he chooses.
The most optimal outcome would be to protect our people, our future, and the church all at once.
But how could you do that?
But if I must choose to sacrifice one of those things, the answer is clear.
Is it?
I will do what I must as the King of Fargus.
Your Majesty, we must act soon if we are to meet the Federation army. I await your orders.
I suppose we cannot act without first verifying Claude's true intentions.
Okay.
We must take the field. At the moment, we have no choice but to play the part Claude has written for us in this charade. Sylvain, don't let your enthusiasm get the better of you.
Oh no.
If you find yourself too far ahead, fight your way back to us.
Sylvain, listen to your king!
I don't know what you're talking about, Your Majesty. I've got a much cooler head than you think.
He might.
Rodrigue, send an envoy to Camulus and arrange for the evacuation of Lady Rhea and the others.
You want to do that?
And have the Knights of Seros who are stationed in the capital accompany her. Tell them they are to serve as her bodyguards.
That sounds like Dimitri's saying he's gonna back Rhea.
Won't we need them to aid in the defense of Ferdiad?
For now, I'd like them as far away from here as possible.
Understood. If by some chance we do find cause to sever ties with the church,
then in a sense, you've repaid your debt to her by doing that. Is that what you're saying?
Speak no further, Rodrigue. Not yet. Right now, we fight to defend our capital. That is all.
While that would extend the war, I respect that decision that Dimitri had. It's somewhere in the middle. He's not completely giving up Rhea's location, but he is trying to say, let's no longer fight the kingdom. And it's what we keep coming back to the solutions that I was giving. I was like, if it happens, if all three leaders, honestly speaking, let's just run with the hypothetical for a second. What if Dimitri did decide to give up Rhea, right? If all three leaders decided that the Central Church should no longer be in power, could there be... Well, I mean, there might not need to be a peaceful solution because the Central Church versus the entirety of Folan, they wouldn't stand a day probably, but... Nah, war's already started. My thinking was before blood was shed. If all three of them demanded that Rhea would stand down. But Dimitri says there would have been civil war in his area. So now, even when knowing that, that makes the that makes it more difficult. Oh no, that was not my plan. My plan for Dimitri was the Agarthans, but the Agarthans aren't here right now. You know what? I need to think things through. But it'll be interesting to see where things go. And now it is time for the question of the day, and I want to clarify something just in case it gets misunderstood. Claude doing this to end the war as quick as possible, it does not excuse all of his actions for me. All right, it's more so I just wasn't on board to begin with, and I was just trying to see, okay, Claude, where is this going? Please tell me you have something else. And he did. At the very least, I can be motivated to fight for ending this war as quickly as possible. Though there are still many things that I would like to point out that still don't sit well with me, but for the moment, I'm just gonna focus on that goal. If we get to Dimitri, and depending on his answer, I could see something really interesting. But on that note, I'm gonna mention Ash for a second, because honestly speaking, I feel out of everybody that I've recruited so far, I feel bad that I recruited Ash. Like, I'm almost wondering if it would have been better for him to fall on the battlefield. They say there are some worse things than death. He feels he can't even go home and see his friends and his family and things like that. I mean, maybe if Claude's plan works out, then, if I guess giving Ash back could be like repairing relationships. Maybe, but as of right now, I feel bad. So I hadn't asked this question in a minute, but I want to ask you now, how do you all feel that we could recruit Ash in this manner? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you feel some things should have been different? Anything you'd like to say. So with that being said, please post your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.